Well, that brings our look at the Martin and Lewis show to a close. Incidentally, we'll be staying with this energy next month. I mentioned earlier that Dean made films with the Rat Pack. Frank Sinatra was also a member. Some people call Frank the leader. Some others have incorrectly attributed him as the founder of this crew. But our focus in Breaking Walls episode 140 will spotlight the true creator of the Rat Pack.
Our first speaker this afternoon, unfortunately, couldn't be here. But it's somebody I think that Mr. Bogart knows very well. And although the speaker is not here, the recording speaks for itself.
This is Lauren Bacall. Yes, Mrs. Bogart, the uninvited guest. You rat bastards. When Bogie told me that the Fives were giving a luncheon in his honor, I was delighted. But when he told me that I couldn't attend because it was a stag, well, I sure was disappointed. I said, Bogie, why can't I go? He said, baby, it's going to be a little rough. You know how men act at a stag. So that's why women aren't allowed. See? Well, I was furious. In fact, I was goddamn mad. What the hell can the Fire say that you haven't called me? I must tell you of an incident that happened to Bogie before I met him. He was keeping company with a girl, and one day while he was waiting in front of her house, she wanted Bogie to go to the store for her. So she opened the window and called out, Humphrey! Humphrey! And 20 guys ran up to her room.
Next time on Breaking Walls, we focus on Bogie and Bacall too, when we spotlight the unsung radio career of Humphrey Bogart. The reading material used in today's episode was On the Air by John Dunning, Dean and Me, a Love Story by Jerry Lewis, Everybody Loves Somebody Sometime, Especially Himself, the story of Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis by Arthur Marx, Network Radio Ratings by Jim Ramsburg, Marilyn Monroe, the biography by Donald Spoto, as well as articles from Billboard, the Cleveland Plain Dealer, Life Magazine, the Los Angeles Times, the New York Times, and Variety. On the interview front, Jack Benny and Virginia Gregg spoke with Chuck Shaden. Hear these interviews at speakingofradio.com. John Gibson spoke to Dick Bertel and Ed Corcoran for WTIC's The Golden Age of Radio. Hear these full interviews at goldenage-wtic.org. Both Frank and Nancy Sinatra Jr. spoke with Larry King. Marilyn Monroe spoke with Dave Garroway for NBC's Monitor in 1955. Both Martin and Lewis spoke with Cedric Adams for WCCO in 1952. Dean spoke with Edward R. Murrow in 1958 and with Randy Oakes in 1954. And Jerry Lewis spoke with Sam Denoff for the Television Academy in 2000. Selected music featured in today's episode was Hen for Chatan by Avi Avital, Memories Are Made of This by Dean Martin, and Manhattan Serenade by Richard Alden. Subscribe to Burning Gotham, a new audio soap opera set in 1835 New York City. It's available everywhere you get your podcasts and at burninggotham.com. Special thank you to Ted Davenport, Jerry Hendiges, and Gordon Skeen. For Ted, go to radiomemories.com. For Jerry, visit otrsite.com. And for Gordon, go to pastdaily.com. I'd also like to thank Walden Hughes, and John and Larry Gassman of Spurvac. Listen to their shows on the Yesterday USA Radio Network. Breaking Walls episode 140 will spotlight the radio career of Humphrey Bogart. This episode will be available beginning June 1st, 2023, everywhere you get your podcast, and at thewallbreakers.com. In the meantime, give Breaking Walls a quick rating on whatever platform you listen, especially iTunes. You can also join the Breaking Walls Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/thewallbreakers. And support this show for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/thewallbreakers. So, until June 1st, my name is James Scully. This has been Breaking Walls episode 139. I'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you very much.